Hey guys, in this video we're gonna learn how to make this hero section along with the inverted corner radius, as you can see right here, natively in Framer without using any plugins from Figma. In the previous video I have explained you how to do these things exactly in Figma and import those things into Framer. Make sure to watch that video. I'm gonna post that video link in the description box below and also in the show notes. Without any further ado, let's get started. First of all, as I've already created this web page, I'm gonna create a new page for this, and then I'm gonna call it as home page. Let's name it as hero section. As we are going to create an hero section, and we have a new desktop frame right here. The size of this, the height of this desktop is just too big. I'm gonna name it as 1200 or just 1000 for now. I'm gonna change this in the later part of this video. Okay, so we have a desktop frame, and I'm going to head over to layers, and then I'm going to press F and then drag and drop it across the screen. We have a frame created. I'm going to name this frame as hero section, and then a frame is created. Let's head over to desktop and select layout, and then yeah, the position seems nice, and the hero section is right here. I'm going to set the width of this hero section to 100% and the height to 100 VH, and let's see, change the color. Yeah, it's ready. Let's change the padding to like 10 pixels. I'm gonna head over to desktop and then change the padding of this thing to 10 pixel on all sides. It looks nice. Now I'm gonna head over to hero section and then click on fill and click on the last link which shows image, and then I'm gonna press unsplash and then search for an image. Let's search for luxurious villa. Then we're gonna press what image to choose. I'm really confused right now. Let's click on this image. I hope this image looks nice. Okay, so this image already looks so blurred. Let's head over to another section. Now let's search for luxurious villa again and select another image. It looks somewhat blurred. Can we have another? Yeah, this one seems nice. Okay, alright guys, we have this thing right here, and let's try to create another frame right here. Let's drag and drop it across the screen, and I'm going to name it as content wrapper. And I'm going to give the height to something like, before that let's head over to hero section and then click on layout, and then drag and drop this content wrapper inside the hero section, and then it's time to set the position to absolute in the content wrapper, and then the height of this width is the width is set to 100 pixel, like 100%, and the height is set to 30%, and then I'm going to pin it to the bottom of the screen. Why it is not moving? Let's manually drag and drop it right here, and then let's take out the fill color from this. I'm going to click on remove, and then the fill is gone. Yeah, for the sake of reference, let's just add a fill and then change the color of this, and then see what happens when we uh, yeah, increase the size. It's not doing some weird things. That really means it is working right now. Let's delete the fill, and then inside this fill, content wrapper, I'm going to create two frames. And frame 1 is created. Let's press Ctrl D to create another frame, and then why it is not showing up? Because this layout is not selected for us. Let's head over to the styles panel and click on layout, and then layout is created, and then the gap, we have to give the gap as 0, and then let's change the fill fix to fill. The width is set to 1 fr. I'm going to increase this to 1.5 fr, no, 1.3, and then the height is going to be fill, And then same thing for the frame 2, fill. And then for the width of this thing, I'm gonna use 0.8 fr, and it goes to something like this. I'm gonna remove this fill from the first frame right here. I'm gonna name this as what we should name it, heading, as we are going to name as we are going to give the heading right here. Let's give the name as heading wrapper, and then let's remove the fill from the first one. And then for the second one, I'm going to name it as description, no description wrapper. Then we're going to give some description, something like lorem ipsum text. Let's head out to heading wrapper, and then I'm going to press T, and then write something like crafting. Let's press caps lock, and then crafting the FUTURI. What happened to the F? Yeah, bro. Yeah. Let's head over to the text panel, and then set the weight to medium, and then the font remains the same. Let's change the font size to 90, something like this. And then let's position this something like this, and let's click on the layout section, and then layout is created. Let's change the distribute from center to start. Yeah, it looks nice. And let's head over to the hero section. We already have this image right here, and I'm going to change the radius of this image to 16%. Press enter, and then the radius of these things are changed, and it's time to change the radius for this and this. Let's do those things. Before that, let's head over to my page. I'm gonna just copy and paste this lorem ipsum text. I don't have to just revisit the lorem ipsum website and then do things again and again. Let's head over to layouts. I mean, like hero section. Yeah, layout, description. I'm gonna press T, and then enter the text right here, and then I'm gonna press is the layout not selected? Yeah, let's click on layout on the description box, and then let's hit fill right here, and then the text is now generated. Let's click on the text and then change some of the styles. Let's just change the padding right now in the description box right here. 90 seems too much long. Let's change this to 20, and then everything seems nice. And then let's preview these things right here, even if it is zoomed out. I want this text to be pinned to the start of this section. Let's go to layouts right here, and distributor set to start, align start. Then let's see what happens. Yeah, now we are talking about these things. Let's adjust the padding for this. Head out to heading wrapper, and then give the padding to like 10 pixel. Yeah, it looks nice. Let's do preview again. Yeah, everything looks nice right now. What happened to the hero section? 100%. Why not just add these things again? Let's create another frame right here, and then I'm going to put all these things inside this frame, and then I'm going to call this as container. Yeah, and then I'm going to change the image from this to this. Let's remove these images, and then I'm going to head out to container, and then give the width to 100%, height to 100%, and then everything is perfectly aligned right here. Let's choose the same image. Let's go to fill, let's go to images, let's go to unsplash, and then we're going to do this again. Villa, and then we're going to find another image. This was the image. I don't know, bro. Where's that image? I think this is that image. Yeah, we have this thing ready. 100%, 100%, and then this is set to relative, this is set to absolute, pinned down to the bottom of the screen, and then why it is behaving. Yeah, the height is now 70%. Let's change this to 30%. This is set to relative, this is set to, what is happening? Content wrapper now gets separated from this. Bro. Yeah, let's change the height from this to 30%. And then height, I mean the width to 100%. And then let's pin this to the bottom of the screen and then 0. And then let's manually align these things right here. Yeah, if we can able to zoom out and yeah, increase the size, yeah, everything just works. Now it's time to add the border inverted corner radius right here, and right here. So let's see. For content wrapper, we can just do this. I mean the inverted corners right here itself, because this white text right here, I mean the white background right here, it can actually act as a inverted corner if we just change the radius from this to, where's the radius, bro? Content wrapper radius. Let's search for radius. Radius is not available. Yeah, here we go. And then let's increase the top left corner to something like 24. Okay, it's the description box. I've just selected the wrong thing. Let's head out to description box and then change the radius from 0 in the top left, top left to 24, and then it gets changed automatically. As you can see, I'm going to zoom it up for you. Yeah, the radius it looks fine. Next we have to do the inverted corner radius for this part and this part. Except this, everything looks nice. Let's see those things in action. I'm gonna head to description frame and then I'm gonna press F and then drag and drop it across the screen. You can see a frame right here. I'm gonna change the width and height to 40 and then pin it up, and I'm gonna set the position type to absolute from relative, and then I'm gonna name it as top left corner. And then what we have to do is we have to pin it to the top and left, the right side, and then give the position from to whatever it contains to 0, so it gets right here. And then it's time to just push this thing to the top position right here. Let's do -10 for now and see what happens. Yeah, it's yeah, the image is hiding from the position absolute, the top left position. Let's increase the z index from 1 to 2 and then see what happens. And then we're gonna select the container and give the z index to something like before that, let's hit styles, and then you must see a plus icon right here, and then you can click the plus icon, select z index, and then you can give whatever z index you want. I'm going to give it 1, and then for this thing right here, I'm going to give it as 2, and then overflow set to visible. Like, why it's not working out? Description, yeah, visible, and then push this right, not everything, just top left. The hero section, not the hero section. Container visible, no, it's not working. Content wrapper visible, yeah, the content wrapper needs to be visible, and then let's set this to visible too. So we need to hit overflow visible for 2 things: description wrapper and the content wrapper. And let's just position this accordingly. Let's click on the top the top left corner position and then set this to 40, and then it gets pinned right here. Yeah, I'm gonna zoom this to see in action. Let's head over to the radius for this top left corner, and then I'm gonna give the bottom right corner to something like 30. And then as you can see, there is a gap between these things, and I'm gonna fill this gap with an inverted corner, I mean box shadow. Let's click on these things and then click on shadows, and then click on inside, and then change the Y position from 20, and then change the fill color from this to the color of the background that you're setting it out. In my case it's white, so I'm gonna give the color of white, and then change the opacity to something like this. Let's give this thing -20 and see what happens. Yeah, it's working out, and it's time to adjust these two things. Let's place this thing exactly where we needed it. Yeah, I have selected the position from this to 20, and the right is set to 0 for now, and then I'm going to remove the fill and see what happens. Yeah, we just need to position it a little bit like this, and then yeah, the image is moved. Why am I seeing a border? Yeah, that's because of the blur. Let's decrease the blur, and let's see in action. The image got exactly not curved. Let's just tweak it to a little bit. Let's just move it to the right and left. Yeah, now it looks nice somewhat. Let's copy and paste this again. I'm gonna press Ctrl D on my keyboard, and then it gets duplicated on top of it. I'm gonna move it right here, and then I'm gonna name it as bottom right corner. And then just mix and match the whole process for this too. Let's pin this to the bottom right, and then gives 0 0 where it went. It gets right here, that means bottom left. Yeah, let's give this position, let's pin this position to bottom and left, and then yeah, from the left we have to move this to -40. Then it gets to something like this, and it's time to position these two things. I'm going to press the key the key arrows to just position these things manually. Yeah, it's now done, and you can see there is an inverted corner right here and right here. I personally feel the border radius is not that good. Let's change this to 24 maybe, and then just lightly tweak it up like this. Yeah, now it looks nice. Let's change those things for this radius also, top left. Let's change this to 24. Yeah, the radius looks nice. Let's tweak it. I'm pressing the arrow keys on my keyboard to do this. Let's align this perfectly. Yeah. Let's just increase the size of this and see what happens. Let's this to 30, and just move this thing right here. Yeah, the inverted corner radius looks nice, and it's time to set up the navigation bar. Navigation bar is pretty much easy. I'm going to create a frame, and then I'm going to name it as navigation. If I could type correctly, yeah, the name is created. Let's just press T on my keyboard, and then I'm going to import a text. Let's name it as something like sky, and then set layout right here, and then let's wrap this around a stack and then call it as logo wrapper. And then yeah, it's also created as a layout, so nothing to worry about. Let's change the color from this to black, and then the size to 24. Yeah, it looks nice. And I'm gonna create another text right here, not inside the logo wrapper but inside the navigation. I'm gonna name it as what really happening, what is happening. Yeah, and then home, and then let's change the size from this to 16. Let's select this and then change the size to 16. Yeah, it looks nice. Let's press Ctrl D 3 times, and then I'm gonna name it as products, and then about, and then contact us. Let's just write everything in caps. Products, and then about, and then contact us. Yeah, let's wrap these three things inside a stack, and then position it right here, and then position this right here. This one comes to the top, and then I'm going to give it as fit content, and then we have something like this. Takes the rest of the screen. We're gonna have to get over right here and then change the distribute space between, and then in the navigation I'm gonna give it some padding, 20 pixel. Yeah, it looks nice. And let's just add another icon right here. Let's add a search icon. For that, let's create a frame. Then a frame is created right here, and then add this thing inside the stack, and then change the color from this to black, and then increase the size from 30 to 40, 40 and 40 right here. And then I'm gonna insert an icon from the icons. Let's select what do we need to select. Let's hit Google and then search, and then search. Yeah, let's change the color from this to white, and then decrease the size from this to 16. 16 looks too small. Let's hit out, get to 20, and then yeah, let's import these things inside of this. And then I'm going to call this as search icon wrapper, and then give it some layout, and then center is nice, align center, distribute center is nice. And let's change the size of this material to 24. Yeah, it's looking somewhat nice. Let's go to the rounded corner radius, radius, and then set this to 8 to look more rounded. And then this is set to fill is not looking nice. Let's head over to fixed itself, and then let's set this to 30, and then this to 30. Then we have the gaps in these things. You can just drag and drop it to something like this if you wanted to. I'm gonna give it some spacing about 10. Yeah, the gap looks nice. And then for the padding part, let's give it 10 in the navigation. Let's hit center, and then I'm going to push this right here, something like 30. The gap is set to 30 in the navigation. Yeah, it looks nice overall. Let's just change the width and height of this image to 30, and then this icon to something like 24, maybe 24. let's remove this icon for now and then hit 24 and then press this icon again. Yeah, it's looking nice overall. Let's preview these things in action. Let's preview this. And one last thing to add is head out to navigation and then change the radius of this navigation to 12 to make it more rounded. Let's change this thing to bold. 24 looks nice and everything is fine. Let's preview right now. Then let's increase the size to see what happens. Yeah, everything stays in the exact position like we wanted. And the inverted corners are perfectly balanced right here and right here on all the different sides. Yeah, overall it looks nice. There we go, guys. We've created this inverted corner radius hero section in then less than, let's say, 15 minutes, I guess. Okay, so if you guys are new to this channel, I make stuff about freelancing and web designing. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And thanks for watching.